A very good morning, everyone. I am Sai Lakaraju, and I work as a data engineer at Bullion Data Systems. Bullion Data Systems is a select Snowflake service partner providing several customized and industry-focused solutions. Today, we'll present our latest product, AdTech Revenue Predictor, which was developed specifically for media and advertising industries using our machine learning technology. To assist with the demo, we have invited a team member, Vishwanath Matam, to join us on the call. Hello, Vishwanath. Good morning.
Hello Shiva, good morning.
Yeah, before we dive into the demo, I would like to provide some background information about our application. As we may already know that many industries are completely depending on advertising to grow their market in the field. So advertising is one of the most important category which helps the companies to increase their brand awareness, drive their sales, and build a great foundation for their brand locality. Not only that, we can say advertising can play a crucial role in helping industries to reach their business goals, whether it is by increasing their revenue or building their popularity among their customers and targeted audience, and so many other aspects like sending the particular product or particular company's brand into the targeted audience and the customers such that which help them to grow their businesses and automatically lead to success. So Vishwanath, how a particular accelerator is going to help the advertising industries to achieve these types of goal.
Yeah, in today's world, predicting ad tech revenue can be a crucial task as it depends on the various factors like marketing trends, competition, and technology advancements. Suppose a company wanted to expand their operations and increase their revenue over the next few years. To achieve this, our accelerator ad tech revenue comes into a picture. It helps companies to focus their efforts and resources only on the areas where they can get high amount of revenue growth. Not only that, it can also develop effective strategies by putting them in a long-term success in the advertising industry. It can also enable companies to take data-driven decisions by using data insights such that companies can make better choices of where to use their resources and how to use their strategies. Not only that, by understanding customer needs and preferences, companies can create more relevant and personalized advertising campaigns. It can also forecast revenue by analyzing historical data and also by identifying patterns and trends. So, overall, our AdTech revenue prediction accelerator helps advertising industry to identify new technologies and innovations that drive the revenue growth.
That's really great. So what are all the different technologies we have used for developing a particular accelerator?
Yeah, we have used some set of technologies like Snowflake, machine learning, and Streamlit. Whereas Snowflake is used for gathering the data from various premises into a single platform, and also machine learning for training and building the model, and also Streamlit for developing front-end applications such that businesses can easily understand it.
That's really wonderful. So
Yeah.
taking up with the latest technologies and building an application, it's a really great job. So why don't we take a deep dive technically or practically into our accelerator?
Sure, Shiva. Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look into the accelerator, we have majorly four components here, like MLAS, EDA profiling, dataset, and visualizations. So if you look into the dataset, this is the dataset which we are used for AdTech revenue prediction. And dataset consists of 41 columns, out of which 9 are feature columns and one is the target column. The target column is total revenue. By using this target column, we predicted the revenue of the advertisements. Not only that, by using this data set, we can also predict two more use cases. Like if you look into each click column, by using this column, we can predict whether the user clicks the ad or not. And also one more use case, like by using seconds played column, we can analyze that whether the user is interested in the ad or not, how many seconds is going to play the video. So based on this data set, we can also predict these use cases also. If we move on to EDA, EDA is exploratory data analysis. It gives a statistical report which gives an overview of the data set which we are using. And if we move into it, number of variables here indicates number of columns in the data, and the number of observations indicates number of rows in the data. and the missing cells and the missing percentage and a bit about the memory. And the variable types here, out of 40 columns, 11 are categorical columns and the 30 are numerical columns. And if we move to alerts, it gives information about the constant values present in the column and the high cardinality and low cardinality, where it refers to the accuracy of the model. And if any imbalanced data is present, it gives information about the column and the missing values present in that column along with the percentages and the unique values present in any column and the zeros present in the column. It gives all such information about the data. And these are the columns present in the data set. And if you select any of the column, it gives information about number of distinct count values present in the data and the distinct percentage of the column and the missing percentage, and if there are any infinite values present in the data and its percentage, and mean value and the maximum and minimum, and the number, if any negative values present in the column, and its percentage can also be known. If you look into more details, it gives information about statistical reports of the data, like which are mostly used in normal distributions, and the histogram, which is a pictorial representation of the columns, and the common values and the extreme values, like the maximum 5 values and the minimum 5 values, and their frequency can also be known. It is more often into a technical part. And if we move on to visualizations, we at Bullion Data provide an interactive dashboard for data analytics team to analyze the data more properly. And the dashboard consists of filters and KPIs, like KPIs, the total IDs, KPI, and the total advertisement in the data set, and the total revenue generated by the those advertisements, and the viewable advertisements and the measurable advertisements. These are the some statistical KPIs which refers the data set. And we have some filters in the dashboard, like we can filter the data based on devices, based on country, based on OS, based on versions, and based on browsers, and also based on the user clicks the ad or not. We can also filter based on these data. And if you look into visuals, this visual gives us information about total advertisement by browsers. If you look into it, browser Safari Mobile gives the total advertisements about 4,82,286 advertisements. In such way, we can know the number of advertisements generated by the browsers, and the total advertisement by versions, and also total viewable impressions by click, like if the person clicked the viewable impressions or not, these can be known. And also the total impression by devices also be known, and the total seconds played by the device can also be known here. The phone device played about 1,73,327 seconds, and which is the highest among three devices. And this table gives the information about the browsers and the number of seconds played by that browser. And the Safari Mobile records highest about 89,088 seconds played by the advertisement. And if you move on to next page, the KPIs and the filters remain constant, and this visual gives the information about total revenue generated by country and OS. Like if you over this, it gives information about the country US generated a total revenue about $464 using iOS device. And if we go into it, the country US generated about $307 using Android device. In this way, we can find the total revenue generated by the country and also by OS, and the total revenue generated by the devices, and the total revenue generated by the versions, and also the total revenue generated by the browsers, which is highest and which is the lowest, can also be known here. In this way, we can know the visualizations. And if we move on to MLAS, MLAS is a machine learning as a service. We at Bullion Data provide machine learning as a service to predict the total revenue in order to know the impact of the advertisements. So we took 9 columns out of 41 columns and predicted the total revenue of that advertisement. If you look into the columns, total impression here indicates total number of advertisements, and the measurable impression indicates how many advertisements are reaching towards the user, and the viewable impression indicates that number of proper viewable advertisements to the user, and if the user is using 4G device or not, and is the user click the ad or not, and the ad played duration of the advertisement, and the average time the user spend on the ad. and the browser version and the app code. So let me take it as total advertisements as 1,000, and the measurable advertisements as 800, and the viewable advertisements as 700. And the person is using the 4G device, and the ad is clicked by the user, and the ad play duration is about 60 seconds, and also the average spent time duration is about 15 seconds, and the browser version is and the app code. So if we click predict, we'll know the revenue generated by the advertisements, such that companies can plan according to the revenue, so that they can easily say that this advertisement is to be published or not. So if you look into it, the total predicted revenue is about $0.13. So in this way, we can use this accelerator to know the total revenue generated. Shiva.
That's really great. So the
Yeah.
interface of a particular application and the predictor is highly interesting, and these can be helpful to our customers to predict, and they can see what are all the insights they are having. That's really great work we have done. So, what are all the different data sources that can be used for our ad tech revenue prediction?
Yeah, we have viewed so many data sources like industry reports, customer data, competitor data, and also historical revenue generated reports. So, using all these generated data, we made this accelerator show.
That's really great. So, how can our ad tech revenue predictor be useful to measure the effectiveness of advertising campaignings?
So our AdTech revenue prediction accelerator used to measure the effectiveness of advertising campaigns by comparing actual revenue growth to the predicted revenue growth. Not only that, it can also help companies to identify areas where there is heavy advertising campaigns such that they can be adjusted. So this is
That's really great work done by our team.
yeah.
To sum up, the AdTech Revenue Predictor Accelerator provides businesses with a particular necessary resources and expertise to optimize their advertising strategies and results them to improve their return of investment and increase their revenue. This can also enable businesses to leverage their latest ad tech tools and technologies to create more targeted and personalized campaignings that help the company or industry to get into the people and their targeted audience. Additionally, by keeping up with the latest trends and best practices, businesses can stay competitive in the rapidly evolving, highly competitive digital world. Ultimately, the particular ad tech revenue accelerator which we have created offers a businesses a valuable opportunity to enhance their advertising performances and standards, and which automatically leads them to achieve their long-term goals. Thank you, Vishwanath, for your demo, and I hope you see you again.
Thank you, Shiva.